Welcome in, everybody, to Fantasy Pros. This is Waiver Wire Live right here on our YouTube channel. Subscribe, smash the like button, comment below. You know what to do. Joining me every single Tuesday is D-Bro, Derek Brown, the king of bros, the fantasy bro. We're going to talk about Waiver Wire. We're going to take your questions. We're going to talk about life, all those kinds of things. I was very tempted today, D-Bro, to, open the show with how every YouTuber opens it. Like, hey, what's up? It's your boy, Joey P. Smash that subscribe button. I want to start talking like that.
Never do that.
I feel like if I do that
we're going to lose subscribers. Is that what the end of that sentence is going to be? Because we will. We will.
I don't know, man. I mean, I'm trying to speak to the younger generation. I'm already a TikTok sensation. There's a lot going on here. But again, if you've got questions,
singing skills are two totally different things than us. Like you,
that's true. That's true. And
go ahead.
What Derek is referring to is that Sunday night. If you missed it, you go back and you watch the Sunday night recap, but don't fast forward. No. Do not fast forward past the still frame opening because there was no music. Therefore, I stepped in and made music. That's right.
There are going to be social media videos from the Nashville team trip. I'm just going to throw that out there.
I can't wait for the karaoke bar.
I am. I'm going to video it. Those are going to hit social media. People are going to enjoy it. They're going to love it.
Drop a little Garth Brooks. I don't care for country music, so that's going to be a tough couple days.
Why? Okay, hold up. What? So. Do you assume just because I live in the South, I like country music? Is that the assumption I'm getting,
I know
Joey?
you don't.
Okay.
No.
Okay, I don't.
No. This is not about you. This is about me. This is about.
Okay, I felt like it's a me thing. Okay, I made that a me thing.
It's gonna be a rough couple days. I'm excited to go to Nashville on our team trip. It's gonna be a great place. I'm very excited. I've always wanted to see the city, but I know it's gonna be a lot of country music. So it's gonna be
Beale Street, baby. Beale Street's gonna be lit.
All I know is there's definitely gonna be a picture of me wearing a cowboy hat at some point in time on that trip. Like I can't imagine that photo not getting leaked somewhere. So
I need that in my life. Yep.
There you go.
I'm actually going to buy a cowboy hat now. And
you know what you guys need in your life? This Trophy Smack Championship belt. That's what you need if you want a chance to win a glorious fantasy football championship belt. Thanks to our friends. Look at that bad boy over at Trophy Smack, the #1 destination for epic fantasy football trophies. You need to subscribe to the Fantasy Pros YouTube channel right now. Drop that comment below. That's it. That's all you got to do. And we'll be announcing the winner right here on the channel. So make sure to turn on those notifications till they go ding, and you could win this glorious championship belt. It's good. I like it. I approve. I approve that message. Very nice. All right, let's get to your questions here. Connor's going to kick things off for us. Connor Gosney, drop Cole Kmet for Dalton Kincaid. That's the question. We know that Knox, by the way, is going to be out. We saw that he's getting wrist surgery. So timetable is uncertain for Dawson Knox. I know that we have Kincaid coming off that concussion protocol, working his way back here last week. But what do you think? Kmet for Kincaid, is that a move you want to make, D-Bro? I say no. What say you?
Oh, I say yes. I need to hear your no reason because okay. You want me to build the Kincaid case, or do you want to build the Boo Bird case first? Which are we going?
I just like the sound of Kincaid case. I want to hear more about that.
So week 7, he had a 19.5% target share, a 20% first read share. Those numbers are elite. Dawson Knox being out of the picture, Dalton Kincaid is going to step up in a big way moving forward. So I think it's wheels up, man. I think this Knox news is wheels up for Kincaid. And Cole Kmet, while, you're going to have to suffer through the weeks where Tyson Bagent's still starting and the passing volume, the explosive plays are probably not going to be there. So, I look at Kincaid. He is a massive buy. If you can pick him up off of waivers, absolutely do that right now.
Have we got any clarity on the return table or return timetable, I should say, for Justin Fields?
I know he's not playing this week. I want to say, surgery avoided. His grip strength is improving, but still not there. I put him probably 2 weeks out.
Ball. He's like this.
Yeah.
All day.
Just thinking of Luke Getsy the whole time he's squeezing it.
I keep this right next to me. This is what I need because I do.
Is that how you deal with me on live streams? Underneath the desk, you're just squeezing it the whole time, like.
This is the way. But I don't know. I like Kincaid a lot as a player. You know that I do.
Why Kmet? Why Kmet over?
Because I'm going to give it another week here and hope that Fields comes back. And I think I'd rather have. But look, I understand if you're in a desperate spot here, maybe Kincaid streaming wise is a good situation for you. Daniel Shindale. Drop Warren for Demercado. Now, Warren did have a touchdown. He also had a key drop in that game again. Oi, Maron with the drops. Jaylen Warren. Your thoughts here, Demercado or Warren? Which one you guys want?
Man, if you need the wins in the next 2 to 3 weeks, like you're struggling, your playoff fantasy hopes, then I understand it. Then I would lean Demercado. In every other instance, if you have a winning record, you're looking like you're probably going to sew up inside the playoff spot. Everything's going gravy. I would hold Warren.
Did you know that Justin Fields' middle name is Skyler? I just
Ooh,
realized that.
did not know that.
Skyler Fields. I mean, look.
Why does he not go by Skyler?
I don't know. I mean, I want to be
it's
Skyler Fields when I grow up.
feels so marketable.
If that doesn't sound like geez.
Yeah.
Skyler Fields, quarterback of the Chicago Bears. When the Bears eventually trade him, he should go to being Skyler and turn his whole career around.
Total misstep by his agent. Should have been going by Skyler from the very beginning.
Oh my God. Another great name here. Megan McGeehan picked up Stroud for Hurts but stashed Murray on IR. Keep Murray or Stroud for that bye in week 10. I'm keeping Stroud. Deal Kyler Murray when everything seems like it's great. Because now it's nothing but potential, Megan. It's nothing but upside. Take advantage of that because you don't know when, you don't know how, you don't know what it's going to look like when he returns. And that offensive line is like Swiss cheese, man. There are so many holes in that line. Kyler Murray might get hit 3 times and then go right back into an injured situation. Like, it is not a good scene. So give me Stroud. Take what you got. Fat Frey. Should I trade Darrell Henderson for Dalvin Cook in hopes of him going somewhere like Cleveland? I'm 5-2, and Henderson is maybe a flex play for my team, if that. Interesting gamble. I say probably not. But D-Bro, what do you think about this? I like where Fat Frey's head's at. I do.
I like where the Frey is at. Okay. I don't want to follow it that. The other part about this is to do this move, you have to have faith in Dalvin Cook that he is not actually cooked. And I don't have that faith. So
would you, if he became a Tampa Bay Buccaneer or a Cleveland Brown, would that end up being a good move?
Cleveland, yes. Buccaneers, no.
Okay. All right. Habs fan 92. Hello there. Who should I pick up between Jaden Reed or Jordan Palmer or Taysom Hill? I know you're old Tyson Hill.
Joshua Palmer?
Jordan Palmer from the Minnesota Vikings last night, who got a little of this and little of that last night.
Palmer now, if I'm questioning about the name, it's got to be Jaden Reed.
All right, fair enough. By the way, I picked the Vikings last night on the upset on the Monday Night Football show, and I bet it. Feeling pretty good.
We talked about that money line. We talked about that money line on the Monday show.
270, I got it at plus 270.
Told you there was an avenue for the Vikings to win.
Now, I also put it along with, because I'm crazy like that, a touchdown for George Kittle, which I did not get, but that's okay. That's okay.
Well, I bet all the overs, so we're
that's on me.
We're licking our wounds. I bet all the overs on Brandon Ayuk, and I just didn't see the fact that Brock Purdy was going to not look his way the entire second half.
I should have just put it with McCaffrey and just done that,
yeah.
Or I should have put it with Addison. In retrospect, like if you like a team for the upset, you might as well bet on somebody on that team to score a touchdown. Sure. Stupid Joe. But again, I just felt like it was Kittle time. Like I just had this Kittle instinct, so. It's all right. But speaking of wagering, make sure that you're making all of your bets count over at Betting Pros, and make sure you log them in our NFL contest at bettingpros.com/NFL contest. Today, make 5 picks a week. That's all you got to do. 100 on the year, and you could win a Jackson Smith and Jigba autographed jersey. Thanks to Betting Pros. We're also doing weekly prizes, monthly giveaway, upgrades to the premium Betting Pros and Fantasy Pros product. We're also doing the weekly prizes of gift cards to our Fantasy Pros and Betting Pros shops. So get yourself a little hat, maybe a t-shirt, maybe a hoodie. I don't know, whatever you want. Handkerchief, perhaps. I don't know. We've got all sorts of different things. Handkerchief, perhaps. Maybe a nice scarf. Holidays are coming. It's getting chilly outside. Scarf, a little Fantasy Pro scarf. A little BP scarf.
Some extra flair for the suits.
Never enough flair. Never enough flair. Robbie Thomas, 18. Rank these waiver priorities. Ready? Deontay Johnson, Josh Downs, Tajay Spears, JSN, half PPR.
Why is Deontay Johnson out there?
Because somebody had a roster crunch. It's probably a 10-team league, and they just jettisoned, or they didn't have IR spots. That's probably why.
Deontay. Deontay's number 1.
I think this is the order.
Really? You think JSN's that far down?
No, I'm okay with JSN over Spears, but Spears is fascinating to me, especially.
So you're okay with Downs over JSN?
What are the chances that Tennessee comes out with a victory this week with Malik Willis?
0.
Okay. So I was going to say like 10% or so, 0. That's way harsh. But so is Derrick Henry somebody's kick? Like if you're the Baltimore, I keep coming back to this. If you're the Baltimore Ravens, you're in a spot here.
Henry.
Go get Derrick Henry.
Yep. Agreed.
Go do this and finally
you
just
imagine
push your
that
in.
offense.
Yes. Yes, I can. And I'm standing at attention just imagining it. Woo! Let's go to V1 Boulder. Should I trade DeVonta Smith? I think it's DeVonta Smith we're talking about for Kincaid. No, that's
if people you're doing that trade, you need to get plus. You need to get Kincaid added. Unless we're talking about dynasty. Like that's no. It's no.
Why everyone's soured on DeVonta Smith? Can you talk them out of it?
Not with an extremely, and I think the reality is he probably finishes as a high end 3, low end 2, depending on if he has how many spike weeks he has rest of season. But I can't make the bull case, and this is something a broader brushstroke here, Joe. What we have seen out of some of these offenses where you had these wide receiver 2s and how much the divide has been like, and specifically I'm thinking about AJ Brown, Jaylen Waddle, and Tyreek Hill. I mean, AJ Brown and DeVonta Smith and Tyreek Hill and Jaylen Waddle. The divide in those target shares last year was not as big. And Waddle this year it's like a Grand Canyon, man.
But Waddle hasn't been healthy. I mean, even in this Eagles game just recently, he had a back issue. So I think
his usage has not been there.
Right, his usage hasn't been there because of his health. I don't think it's because of him. Like that's what I'm saying. I don't think that's the reason. Wonky Penguin, the rest of them I agree with. Wonky Penguin says, our good friend and colleague Kelly at Fantasy Pros, Joey and I will be doing a duet of Counting Crows at Nashville Karaoke Bar, dedicating each song to Derek Brown. Yes, we will. Yes, we will. Around here, we always make our claims.
No.
Waiver wire.
No.
It still looks the same.
I can't. No.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's the Crows or if it's Joe doing the crow.
Better Crows. Counting Crows or the Black Crows?
Oh, Counting Crows. Are you going to say the Black Crows?
Black Crows are a good band. That's fun.
Yeah, but that's not what we're talking about. Are they better than the Counting Crows?
Counting Crows. They're melancholy like me. That's why I like them so much. Yeah. You know, Jennifer Hafner, our good friend Jen's in the chat always. I'm interested in trying to acquire Breece Hall. I have Lamb, Higgins, Puka, DJ Moore, and Kirk in a 3 wide receiver league. Jennifer is paying it. See, Jen's in the chat every single week in the live stream. Jen is doing the work. This is why Jen's roster looks like this. Who would you offer up to get Hall? That's the question. She says, thanks, guys. So Higgins is the one that I would try.
T or DJ Moore. I'm fine with giving up either. I would offer both.
I don't think Kirk gets it done.
I would offer and I would give the other manager the choice. Say, people like choices. Yeah, T or DJ Moore for Breece. Who do you want?
People do like choices.
They do like choices.
You're right. Our producer John loves choices. He always ends up with us, even though he never chooses us. That's the problem.
I don't know if he has that choice, Joe. I don't know if Johnny
he has a choice. Johnny is up next. Johnny, is Austin Ekeler worth Amon-Ra St. Brown and Kirk Cousins? No. Hard no for me. He's not worth Amon-Ra St. Brown. So why would I give Cousins and Amon-Ra for Ekeler? I don't know.
I would take the Amon-Ra side 10 times out of 10.
Well, because he says I have Williams and Achane on IR. And I understand it's tough. And then JT and Jacobs. If you got JT and Jacobs, why are you trying to get Austin Ekeler? What are you trying to... What?
Meh.
I'm confused. Like, are you trying to trade Austin Ekeler and get Amon-Ra St. Brown and Kirk Cousins? Good luck with that.
But I mean, if you could do that, get it.
If you could just get St. Brown, get St. Brown. But I think no.
I would. I was fixing to say I would straight up do it for St. Brown.
Okay. Carmigos. Hi guys. Should I move on from Elijah Mitchell or for Royce Freeman or Joshua Kelly?
I don't dislike the idea of moving on from Elijah Mitchell, but those are not the handcuffs that you were searching for. I would much prefer if you went with even a banged up Zach Charbonnet or Tank Bigsby.
Yes. Yeah. See if Tajay Spears got dropped in Bipocalypse too.
Tajay. Yes, Tajay.
It's the long-term stash guys right now. That's what you're looking at.
Yes. It's almost time for, I mean, look, Pat called it. We're
we're
staring at handcuffing and stuffing season, baby.
Handcuffing and stuffing. God, Pat is such a wordsmith. He's so good.
I love it, man. Those Monday shows are so lit.
Carmigos, I would call up or Get on your mobile device,
Your
get with
mobile
the
phone.
your mobile, and get with the CMC manager in your league and see what you can get for Elijah Mitchell.
Ooh.
That's what I would do before you hit the
I
waiver
give
wire
you
claim.
handcuff, you give me other handcuff back.
That's right.
We
You
both
give me
are
handcuff and
we make nice
hopefully
with the music.
that's right. I can make a joke right now, but I'm not going to because I want to stay on air. Jacob Glazer, 10-man half PPR. Is Jahmyr Gibbs a bust? No. Stop
How
it.
is he? What did he do this week where you're saying
He had-
he's a bust?
We had 11 for 69 and a touchdown, and he had receiving yards. What are we talking about? It was his best game as a pro. He had his
No.
first TD. He's a rookie.
No, Jacob.
Jacob,
No.
patience.
No.
Dominic Gazzetti, our boy Dominic. Someone in my 20-team league dropped Deebo Samuel. What?
Oh, dear Lord. Why?
$46
In a 20-team league? Who are they picking up? That was...
I got nothing. Somebody got hammered over the weekend. Click something they shouldn't have clicked. I have $46 of fab. I lost Christian Watson for now, and the best one out there is Bourne. How much should I spend on Deebo? You want to go 40 of the 46?
40. I mean, so here's the caveat, Dominic. Can you still make moves with 0 fab? If you can make moves with 0 fab, you blow the clip. If not, then I think 40 is where you go with it. Leave a few, shekels to throw out the $1 or $2 bills. Yeah,
Shekels. Bence Dervasis. Do I spend the first priority for Demercado in a 16-team league? So kind of hard to get the first. If you're running back strapped and you have buys upcoming where you're missing running backs in the next couple weeks, I say yes. Otherwise, probably no.
If you need the wins over the next 2 weeks, like you are straddling 500, you're like, I don't know if I make the playoffs, then do it. Outside of that, keep the first priority.
Sure shot. What are good Josh Jacobs trades and half PPRs? You got any things in mind when it comes to Josh Jacobs trades? Who's the wide receiver equivalent? Let's say somehow you have a lot of running back depth and you want to get somebody here on the wide receiver side of things. You want to
say Flowers.
I was just going to say Flowers, DJ
Christian
Moore, Jaylen Waddle. What do you make of this Olave situation, by the way?
He's pulling his best Jordan Addison, baby. I mean, put the foot down on the gas and have a good season. I know, to be serious, I think with the Olave stuff, man, I've been getting hardcore like wide receiver diva vibes out of him. Watching the games and things like that. I'm not trading him away. I still think that he's a trade for candidate because the talent is there and this offense is going to get on track at some point this season. So I would be trading for Olave if you can.
Jerry Medina, is Rachaad White a fair trade for Jacoby Myers or Mike Evans?
A fair trade is
news. No, Jerry, there hasn't. If you haven't seen it, we haven't seen it. The last thing we know is that he's going to get evaluated at the end of the 4 weeks, which again makes me a little concerned that it's more like a more serious hamstring injury when we're talking about pals like that. So it could be more of a 6-week thing. So look, Rachaad White for Jacoby Myers, I'm good with that. Or Mike Evans, I'm fine with that.
I was going to say a fair trade is an accepted trade. I'm totally fine with that. So if you could pull off the deal.
Confucius say fair trade is accepted trade. Did you get that in a fortune cookie last night? Is that what you did? Do you get good Chinese food down there in Texas, by the way?
Yes, I do, man. We have a great place that has baller orange chicken, like maybe a half mile from my house, man. That and sushi. Whoa, it's so good.
There used to be a place here. We have some good Chinese places around me here, but there used to be a place called, I'm not making this up. The name of the place was Big Wing Wah. And Big Wing Wah made the greatest orange chicken I've ever had in my entire life with like the full orange peels in it, just like blow your mind.
It always sets it apart.
Pieces of white meat.
When they put like the small like red pepper flakes, like the crushed red in there,
the whole thing.
It puts it over the top, baby. But I know y'all are, but there's not a whole lot of spice. We talked about this when I was up near Jersey. Like, not a lot of spice up there near Jersey. I don't like the spice.
That's not true.
You told me that. You said everybody's got like the bland palates.
No, not New York. Maybe in Jersey a little bit, but not New York. I mean, New York's food central, man. New York, Paris,
food,
like those are the food.
Spicy
Vegas,
food. I think that's what we're talking here.
There's some spicy food. I actually like that taco joint we hit up in.
That taco joint was ridiculous.
That was a nice little find.
City.
That was a nice little joint there.
So good.
We can take John there when he comes up to New York and hang out. Let's go to Donald. John loves tacos. Hey, if you don't like tacos, I'm worried about you.
Seriously, that's got to be like one of those like I don't know, soul tests or something like that they got to put in the magazines these days. Like, do you like tacos? No, deal breaker.
I did
You
that
gone.
quiz. What's your love language? And my answer was tacos. I
Tacos.
believe. Yeah.
Yeah, it's got to be tacos.
Donald Klink. Couple questions. Drop Ertz. By the way, Ertz is now hurt too.
Yep.
Or Taysom Hill. Yes.
Yes.
And is Akers or Singletary worth a pickup to drop Jaleel McLaughlin? I know Akers had that one big run, but let's not go crazy.
No. His tackle breaking metrics have been bad, to be kind. I'm not dropping Jaleel.
Josh Huey. Should you keep Khalil Herbert?
Depends on who you're dropping him for, always.
Yeah, and if you have the IR step. Well, I guess, what is that scenario? Let's say Deontay Foreman has another good game. What is it? And Roshan is apparently over the last hurdle here. So it's going to get real busy at the end here.
Very muddy.
Fast. So, I mean, Khalil Herbert, Josh, I would try to be trading him. Somebody's looking for RB, and maybe they just think the best in a couple weeks.
Put it this way. Are you dropping Khalil? Like, look at it from this week. Are you dropping Khalil Herbert for Darrell Henderson? I think it's a conversation. Or Emari Demercado. I think it's a conversation.
If I needed to win this week, yeah, 100%.
And if you need a win.
Every week. Every week I need wins. Sebastian Gardulski. Do I drop Roshan for Henderson? There you go.
Depends on if you need a win. If
you're
coasting,
sub 500
then no.
team, then yes. V1 Boulders, Kincaid trade value. Question mark.
It's not going to be high enough. People don't like to trade for tight ends. They don't carry as much trade value. I think that people are going to need to see it at least another game or two before you're going to get full trade value for Dalton Kincaid. So I'd say hold for now and then kick the tires afterwards.
Sergio Guerra 84, trade Stevenson and Nico Collins for Breece Hall.
Yes.
And if not, what are some RBs I could target for those two? No, I think that's good.
That's a beautiful trade. If you could pull that off, do it.
Second half, Breece Hall is one of my favorite pieces. I have him in a bunch of leagues because I got him cheap at the end.
I would be betting all the Breece overs this week. I don't care what they put his line out. I'm just taking the over. Versus the Giants, he's going to steamroll them.
By the way, I continue to not quit in Flex League, and I'm back up to 500 again. That's right.
I've already put my white flag up. I'm dead. My team is dead.
140-something points. All I keep thinking about is if Nick Chubb did not get hurt, how good that team that I have could be.
All I keep thinking about if Quentin Johnston was actually good, if Deontay Johnson wasn't hurt.
You put a lot of stock into Daniel Jones.
Daniel Jones didn't flop. I mean, my entire team is just a train wreck in that league.
All right. Sandeep Takar, trade Keenan Allen and Tyreek Hill for Justin Jefferson and Higgins. I'm 5-2. Why? What?
Why would you do that? No, don't do that.
What?
Why? No.
What? No. Why is anyone trading Tyreek Hill for anything right now?
No, you don't trade Tyreek Hill for anything. I don't care if somebody's offering you 4 players. Don't do that. No.
Dylan wants to trade Chris Olave and Deonta Foreman for Cooper Kupp. Thoughts on selling high on Foreman? Yeah, I love this.
You could do that. Yeah, absolutely.
That's a hard pass if I'm the Kupp manager. DR, trade Tua for Lamar Jackson. Who do you like better rest of season? You like Lamar. You're a Lamar guy.
Easy Lamar. Yep.
What's Lamar's middle name? It can't be as good as Skylar.
It can't be as good as Skylar. Now I got
Lamar Jackson's middle name, if he even has one. Oh, I'm wrong. It's Demetrius. Oh no, Demetrius. Lamar Demetrius Jackson Jr.
And it's spelled like it's D-E and it's meat. M-E-A-T. So there is some meat in there. It's like Demeat Rice.
Demeatrice.
Oh, that needs to go on the back of a jersey.
Forget Lamar and Justin. It's Demetrius Jackson and it's Skylar Fields.
You know in Spanish that translates of the meat and rice? Yep, just throwing that out there.
Josh Compton, what RBs are good to target in a trade selling Christian Kirk? So let's talk about RB value when it comes to Christian Kirk. I mean, we're talking about RB2 land, the bottom of. Could you buy low on Aaron Jones right now? Maybe. Maybe. It's probably Javonte Williams. I think it's probably Brian Robinson. Maybe Damian Pierce, interesting enough, maybe.
What about the buy low? Because we have the bye week. We have some low, some not great games, but this offense is on the rise. I think you could go out there and maybe have to add a little bit on top, but I think you could possibly pull Joe Mixon for that.
Maybe. I think you need to put something on top. Got to put cherry on top of that one. Alvaro Vasquez, is Henderson a solid pickup? And drop Elijah
Yes.
Mitchell.
Yes.
Okay.
Easily.
This one's from No Dropback. Hey, y'all, I'm 2-5 right now. Ooh, and just made this trade. Justin Herbert, Nico Collins, and Chris Olave for Lawrence, Kelsey, and DeVonta Smith. So you're going from Herbert to Lawrence. You're going up to Kelsey, and you're getting DeVonta Smith, who arguably is as good as Chris Olave. I like this trade. I think you move laterally a quarterback. It's fine. Getting Kelsey is a huge one. The problem is this. Taylor Swift is going back out on tour in a couple weeks. And if you look at the split stats.
Don't do
that.
Don't do that.
He's averaging 49 yards receiving without her, 99 with her. This is just math at the end of the day. And you know what? For anybody who doesn't like this, who wouldn't like somebody supporting them? Somebody excited? I don't have anybody here excited watching me do a live stream. No one's outside my window clapping and cheering me on. How lovely is that?
I would do that if you paid for the plane ticket. I'll stand outside your window.
You would do that.
Boombox and all, baby.
You belong with me, Derek Brown. Yeah, you belong with me. Let's get to J Farm, Ayuk, and Breece Hall, half PPR. Ayuk for Breece Hall.
I would do that. If you need the running back,
it's fair for everybody. I think that's just a good trade. That's a good trade, Jay.
Yep.
That's a good trade, Jay. Jake Harrell, should I trade Deebo for Christian Kirk? Now, this is interesting because this is a matter of the guy who's out there every week, and Kirk's that guy. And Deebo historically hasn't been. So I feel like we keep living off. It's like the Josh Gordon thing where you just live off that one glorious season and we're always chasing it. I almost feel like we're starting to get like that with Deebo a little bit. Now, Deebo was still pretty good last year, but you look back early in his career, he missed a lot of games. And then he had the glorious season, and then CMC showed up and his role changed. I think Kirk is the better weekly floor piece. David Hathaway, Taysom Hill, rest of season riser, ?
It depends on how long Juwan Johnson is out. His role is absolutely dependent upon Juwan Johnson being out of the lineup. That's where we've seen him play 59, 60% of the snaps. As soon as Juwan Johnson comes back, I think that he's vaporized back into this Swiss Army knife role. So
you like Taysom Hill or Jonnu Smith rest of season?
Give me Taysom. I'll take Taysom. I don't want to deal in anything, pretty much anything Arthur Smith. You can count me out.
Yeah. That Bijan, now they're getting investigated about the Bijan thing. I'm wearing my Bijan shirt today too. I'm trying to resurrect the Bijan.
All that stuff with Bijan is absolutely insane, especially like how much betting markets are tied into the NFL these days. Like that news was just didn't come out. It's crazy.
Weird. Yep. It's just weird. Ken Hone, upgrade path for a running back. I have Kamara, Mostert, Henry, White in Tampa, and Ford. So the upgrade path, I mean, look, Kamara and Henry are playing every week for you. Henry's going to get 20 carries this week. Mostert is an interesting trade, but again, like he's your third RB and he's a top 10 RB on the year. I don't know, man.
Trade Mostert and White.
The Eagles are great against the run.
I would look at Mostert and White to lump them together, and you look for the team that has like an amazing RB1. Like,
could you get Breece Hall for White and Mostert? I think you could.
I think you could. Yeah. I definitely think you could. And I would make that trade 10 times out of 10.
Jets Giants this week, by the way. The number is 37.5. I'm going under.
Yeah, I like the you like the under?
Oh my God.
Okay. I actually like
watch
the over
these offenses lately.
No, but I like the over because I think the Jets steamroll them, and I think the Giants can
best
put
two
up
units on that
points.
field are going to be the defenses, because the Giants defense played well last 2 weeks.
I was surprised that the Jets were not favored more heavily in that game, weren't you? Like, I think the line's -3 should be more than that.
I mean, look, it's a home game for everybody, so it's kind of that's always a weird one.
Yeah, it's
when everybody shares the same stadium. That's a weird one. By the way, we're also giving away fun stuff here. Don't forget, we're giving away a Trophy Smack championship belt to one of you. One of you lucky live streamers right here is going to win this bad boy, possibly. Drop a comment below. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Smash the like button. Smash it and click the bell till it goes ding for notifications, and you could win this incredible Trophy Smack championship belt, courtesy of our good pals over at Trophy Smack, the place for epic fantasy football trophies and all of the stuff they've got there. They've got the rings, they've got the trophies, they got the belts, they've also got the loser awards, which are pretty funny. Some of those things they've got there.
I just want a pinky ring. That's all I want, Joe. I want a pinky ring. I want somebody to kiss the ring. That's what I want.
I like moving to the championship rings, to tell you the truth.
Yes.
Like, I want to be like Tom Brady. I want to have like all the rings on at a draft. I think that's very intimidating. And it's a lot
Well,
easier
I
to
also
bring into the
love
city.
we still need to get a side by side with their tallest trophies, like right next to you, and see which one is taller. I still want to do that too.
Yeah. I want to do that for sure.
The silence equals so much pain.
Yeah. When I'm not working for Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, and other times I'm here at FantasyPros. Jerk. The jerk store called. They're all out of you. Funny thing is, we're basically the same height, I feel like.
I know, we're basically the same height. We're no difference. That's the reason why I can say
It's funny.
Well, that's the reason why I can say it, because we're both vertically
1-0,
challenged.
1-0 Deebo today. 1-0 Deebo.
Okay.
Connor Pollock trade Herbert and Swift for Mahomes. Trading DeVonta Smith is
I would not do
DeAndre
that.
Swift right now is
I would not do
it's a
that.
tricky thing. I don't know if I want to do that.
I think that's too much of a knee jerk on what we've seen out of Justin Herbert. You're not getting that sizable enough.
I'll tell you what, Connor, if you're just flush with RBs and it's a shallow 10-team league, I don't mind it. Because in those 10-team leagues too, the only way you separate is to have those elite guys. And Mahomes is elite. Like, Mahomes is a guy in a 10-team league that can win you a week. He just did it last week.
I think it's
So
fair.
I don't mind. I think it's very circumstantial that
the counterpoint to that is up until the last 2 weeks, Justin Herbert was the QB1 in fantasy. So he's still top three the rest of the season.
Speaking of the Chargers, they are 8.5-point favorites against the Bears. How are they 8.5-point favorites against anybody? Makes my head hurt. And Deco, I have CMC and Breece Hall in a full PPR. I picked up Ekeler for a steal when he was on IR. I need a wide receiver, 1/2. Who could I try and trade for? Who do you want to get rid of in that trio? CMC, Ekeler, or Breece Hall? So
I want to get rid of Ekeler. That would surprise people, but I want to get rid of Ekeler. I think you can get the most bang for your buck.
For Ayuk. Can you do that one? That's a good one.
I think you can. I would aim higher, man. I would go
higher. You're not.
I would aim higher.
There's no way you're getting Hill, Diggs, Amon-Ra, Cooper Kupp, Keenan Allen, Jamar Chase. None of those guys. I mean, if you want Devontae Adams, okay, but I don't.
I think you could get Amon-Ra. If not,
what about CeeDee Lamb? Is that the interesting buy low of the century right now?
It's an interesting buy low. What about Ekeler for Puka Nacua straight up?
I'd rather have Lamb than Puka.
Really?
I would.
Tying your wagon to Mike McCarthy these days, huh?
Well, look, I feel like this is the CeeDee Lamb story.
Makes you feel good.
It's the same thing. We go through this every year where people get upset about CeeDee Lamb and then he finishes strong and we all love him again. Yeah, so that's wrong. Michael Cole, one of the all-time great wrestling commentators. I can't believe Michael's watching the show today. Shout out to Michael Cole. By the way, he has missed 3 shows in 25 years. That's an incredible thing. 3 shows. That's a warrior. Kincaid and Schultz are both available. Who should I go for?
Kincaid. Easy Kincaid.
Mike Matthews. Is Goedert worth an RB2? Probably not.
I'm going to say this.
Trading tight ends is tough.
Trading tight ends is tough. After this week, I think he smashes this week. The Commanders over the last 2 weeks are bottom 3. With their corners playing better, this is another smash game for Dallas Goedert. So after he goes out and he smashes, and that would be 3 out of his last 4 games where he is crushed, you probably could trade him for an RB2, but I'd hold him this week and then kick the tires afterwards.
Fascinating name here. Jonathan Napierala Rose. Bijan or nice Breece name. Rest of season. Ooh. Both.
Give me Breece. I fully believe Robert Saleh is not dumb enough to do the stuff that Arthur Smith is doing. And really, when they say that they have unleashed Breece Hall, we've seen it. They're not going to go away from him.
Did you see that Robert Griffin III tweet where he said Robert Saleh is Xerxes from 300 and now I can't unsee it?
No, I did not, but now I can't unsee that now. Wow.
Yeah. It's pretty funny.
And that's not a bad comparison, man. That's not a bad comparison at all. Saleh's a pretty
man. Blazing Phoenix 11. Should I trade James Cook to get Achane?
If you don't need the wheat, yes. I think
I think that is a home run swing.
If you can absorb the losses until he gets back, then I think the answer is yes.
Well, it seems like he's somebody working his way back that's supposed to be back on the timetable. Like everything we heard of that was 4 weeks he's good. Whereas the Jefferson thing was 4 weeks and we'll see.
Well, and the other thing about the Jefferson thing is they didn't even go from oh, he might miss. They were immediately like, he's on the IR. He's out for 4 weeks. Like, I still believe that Justin Jefferson probably tore his hammy, so I'm a little bit lower on him rest of the season.
Either that or he's just holding out for contract and he's using it contract.
Oh, I don't think he's doing that. I don't think.
Oh yeah, why would a player do that? Why would a player hold out for contract?
I'm not saying it's not possible. I just think that did you see him on the sidelines?
As Jonathan Taylor, if it's possible.
Put the chain on Captain Kirk last night.
Remember, one week he needed a bachiotomy, and then the next minute his ankle hurt.
Did you just say bachiotomy? Were they take it out? They put it back in like a.
Dave Chappelle said that on what? It was a Chappelle. Was it Chappelle show or was it Half Baked? It was Half Baked when he plays the rapper guy and he's sitting on the couch. Goes, that's why I gotta smoke all this weed.
I need a bachiotomy.
I get a bachiotomy.
That's Half Baked, which is, by the way, an amazingly underrated comedy. I still love
Half Baked and Dirty Work, underrated late 90s
comedies. Yes, both of them. Wasn't Horatio Sands in Dirty Work? Am I
no, Artie Lang.
Okay.
The other guy. I can't believe that guy's twin brother. Alive. Artie Lang is funny.
Oh,
Shots
fired. Fired.
Zahir M says, "You guys help me win week 7."
Let's go,
Zahir. Well done.
Zahir.
Joel Jambala, 10-team full PPR. I'm 2-5, and I need to make some moves. Should I trade Bijan, Addison, and Myers for Diggs and Pollard? Yes.
Do that.
Do it if you can. Do it. Panic Rock,
especially in a 10-teamer.
Panic. I always love trading 3 guys who are good for 2 guys that are great. I do that every day.
You always got to make the upgrades for your starting lineup in those 8 and 10-team leagues.
Panic Rock. How much should I bid on CJ Stroud? I have Howell and Geno. Do I drop Howell? Well, in a single quarterback league, I mean, yeah, I would just drop Howell for Stroud.
You're dropping one. Yeah, you're dropping Howell for Stroud. And Stroud...
I mean, in a single quarterback league, you shouldn't have to spend that much, like $5-6.
You shouldn't. Like, I'd say like 6 to 8, somewhere around there. 8 should.
I mean, you got to look around the league and see how
Yeah, I was going to say you need to look at everybody else's quarterback situations.
Are they in that kind of weirdness? Like, there's some strange things that go on. But I don't know, man. It should not be that expensive. CO Aki, PPR 10-man league. Should I trade Keenan Allen for Jaylen Waddle and Brandon Ayuk? If you can, yes. A lot to get for Allen.
In a 10-teamer, give me the Keenan side. I want the best asset in the deal, and I think that's Keenan.
That's fair. I mean, honestly, I don't think Keenan and Brandon Ayuk are that far apart from each other.
No, I don't think they are. I mean, I'm fine with it.
Can we talk for a minute openly? Can we have a heart-to-heart conversation about Brock Purdy and the 49ers right now? That's 2 in a row.
Oh, I'm so here for this. Yes, let's talk about this.
And they're getting the Cincinnati Bengals now, coming off a bye. They're in San Francisco.
I already bet the Bengals money line. If you want,
so did I. It's one of my top 10 bets of the week. I think it was number 2 on the list.
Yep.
Number 1 is the Vikings in Green Bay on the money line this week too. Don't ask me how they're not favorites in that game. But anyway, yeah. Are we starting?
Bengals are going to win
3 games in a row. 3-game losing streak for the mighty 49ers. You think this is going to happen here?
Oh, did you see last night? All social media, the fraudy Niners was.
Whoa, I did not see that. I did see that.
I'm not
George
saying
Kittle
I didn't put it out there. I'm
t-shirt,
just reporting it.
They haven't won a game since he flashed that T-shirt of the you know what Dallas stuff. Just saying.
Yeah, they have not looked good.
Act like you've been there.
Not good.
All of a sudden, you take away Trent Williams, you take away Deebo Samuel, take away some more of the toys.
You got CMC is banged up.
Brock Purdy's not Tom Brady after all, because that narrative's dead.
Who would have thought that, Joey? Who would have thought it?
When you get to 10 Super Bowls and win 7, then we can have that conversation about him being Tom Brady. Okay.
Yeah, that's fair.
Okay.
That's fair.
Royer Gramajo. DK for Mixon. Yo, help. That's what Royer.
Yes. Do that.
What, you want the DK side or you want the Mixon side?
The Mixon side, baby.
Okay.
DK's not healthy. DK's not close to healthy.
Notorious BET. Hey, Fantasy Bros, I got a good one for you. Would you do this trade? I have Tyreek Hill. My idea. I don't know. I'm a little worried here.
Well, you starting off a little bit.
Wait, maybe it's not. Maybe it's not Tyreek Hill. Maybe it's. Hold on. I want to trade Hill and Logan Thomas for Musgrave. I'm sorry. Hill, Logan Thomas, Musgrave for Amon-Ra St. Brown and
Kmet. That has to be Tyreek Hill. And yes, I would do that deal. Yeah, I mean, you can pull that deal off.
If you can get Amon-Ra and Kelsey for Tyreek Hill, that's a huge That's a
Notorious.
huge win.
I
That's
correct
good.
my earlier insolence.
Well,
I agree with you.
again, if you're gonna trade Tyreek Hill, you need an overpay. That's an overpay.
You need a
You got
haul.
it.
That's a haul.
You know what else you need? You need the multi-league assistant. The multi-league assistant from Fantasy Pros, part of our toolbox at My Playbook. That's right, the greatest fantasy tools in the history of the universe. If you're juggling multiple fantasy lineups and teams, don't feel overwhelmed. Let Fantasy Pros help you by simplifying your life. You could set all of your lineups from one spot. You can get the latest news, notes, rankings for every single player across all of your teams. It's customized for you because you're special. You deserve it. It's all in one spot, making your path to victory clear and easy. Dive in right now and help us help you dominate all your leagues with the multi-league assistant at fantasypros.com/myplaybook, or just go wherever you get your apps and download My Playbook today. Sync all your leagues. Do it. What are you waiting for? It's week 8. What are you waiting for? You should have done this months ago. All right, let's go to Legend of Trey 402. Would you drop Mike Evans for T. Higgins or Tank Dell?
What? Why? What did Mike Evans do to anybody? He keeps producing. No.
Well, theoretically, I mean,
T.
Higgins was a higher wide receiver ranked coming into the year than Mike Evans by a good margin.
We're at week 8. That don't matter.
I know, but it's also coming off a bye. T. Higgins has more time to heal. I would rather have for Higgins. I'm good with that. I do not trust.
Would
Mike
you
Evans.
take T?
I do
straight
not
up
trust
rest
Baker
of season?
Mayfield. Baker Mayfield's starting to look very much like Baker Mayfield. He threw in so many double coverages on Sunday. I was screaming at my television. I couldn't believe what he was doing. And that's the Baker Mayfield that I'm just terrified. And you could see it. It's starting to happen. There he is again. You see him.
I'll still take Mike Evans rest of the season over T.
I'll take T. Better quarterback. Better pizza. Yeah. Papa John's. Jess Dabbs. Trade Hollywood Brown for Garrett Wilson or Addison or Collins at a full point PPR. Just wants to trade Hollywood Brown for
any of those. Yes. I would absolutely do that for any of those players.
Ryan Ross. Hey, y'all. One of your people.
Wait, hold up. No. Then he's one of your people. You said y'all.
He said, hey,
it has happened before. You've done it. Now we're all the same people, okay?
I'm fixing to get his question answered.
Well, you're sitting here about to answer it too, okay?
Ryan Ross. Hey, y'all. Amari Cooper or Pickens and Josh Downs for Mike Evans. That's way too much for Mike Evans and a full PPR. No.
So much Evans hate. And why do you
love Amari Cooper? It's not Evans hate. It's just like, why is there so much?
It feels like Evans hate.
Look, I understand the Browns quarterback situation. But I mean, why would I want to trade Cooper or Pickens or Josh Downs? Like Josh Downs for Mike Evans, fine. But I don't want to trade Pickens.
You're not going to get Mike Evans for Josh Downs. What kind of world are you living in, Joey?
This is what Ryan's asking. I'm not asking it. I know you're not going to get it.
I would trade Downs and Cooper to get Evans. He's wide receiver 14
Downs was
right now.
Wide receiver 2 last week. This is the time you want to kick the tires on somebody who's makes a bad move. Let's not pretend like these trades don't happen in the casual fantasy football leagues, because they do. Somebody chases what happened the week before, the new hot thing off the waiver wire. It happens. Ryan Martin, Kincaid, Mayer, or Ferguson, rest of season, full PPR. Who's the best tight end?
Good Lord, I love all three of these guys. The highest upside, if you're swinging for the upside here, it's going to be Kincaid.
Who's the floor? Fergie,
yeah.
All right.
Mayer's a good mix in the middle.
Is Mike Mayer worth rostering?
Yes, absolutely yes.
Amari Demercado or Spears off the waiver wire?
Spears.
Let's go to Hootie. Baby. Hootie, I have ETN, Ken Walker, Ekeler, and Ramondre. I want to trade Ramondre, but I can't find a deal. What value wide receiver can I realistically get for him?
Nobody's going to trade for Ramondre right now. Nobody.
Okay. What about Calvin Ridley? He's been incredibly disappointing.
I would take Ridley. Ridley for that.
I think that is the kind of deal that's out there where somebody just had it. They have lost their mind. They're going to make a mistake. Ridley. That's the guy.
Would you take Mondre or Amari Cooper? Speaking of Cooper, I would take Cooper.
Probably Cooper.
What about what about this one? Mondre for Deontay Johnson. I'd take Deontay.
Yes. Deontay too. There's trades to be made, Hootie. Go do it. CP. Let's go to what can I get for Downs right now? Not a lot. He's off the waiver.
Not a lot. Not a lot. I mean he's not even rostered in 30% of leagues. So
I don't think I'm rushing to get rid of him.
You need plus the other part about this is you need him to consistently stack these games where his value rises.
I got asked the best question on X yesterday. Somebody said in a dynasty league, who would you rather have, Josh Downs or Calvin Ridley? And I really had to stop about it. And I went, you know what?
That is a good one.
I think I want Downs.
I would take Downs.
Ridley's already in his
And
30s. Is he not?
well,
If memory
he's not in
serves.
his 30s. He's not that old. Joey, he's like what 28, right?
I want to see what Calvin Ridley's middle name is. Since we're doing that. Calvin Ridley's age is 28. Okay, I thought he was
exactly 30.
How old is Josh Downs? He's like 17. How old is Josh Downs?
It's even more impressive. He's a high schooler doing this.
Josh Downs is
NFL
22.
Level.
That's a 6-year difference with Anthony Richardson as his quarterback of the future.
So
I think Downs is the more intriguing piece right now.
My biggest thing about Calvin Ridley and that people don't understand in Dynasty is that after this season, he is a free agent. Jacksonville has no allegiance to him. So you need to move Calvin Ridley in Dynasty immediately. What is it?
Calvin Ridley's middle name? Orin. Orin Ridley.
Orin
Ridley.
Tell me how much his production would be going up if he did not go by the name instead of Calvin. He goes by Orin.
Ridley.
That would substantiate the 0 number,
like
man.
A Marvel
even more
villain.
Swag.
That's amazing. The middle names here today.
I hate my middle name. I'm not going by my middle name. Okay.
Is it Calvin?
No, it's not Calvin.
You're
not going to find out what it is. I hate my middle name. Which, by the way, Joey, we teased this. Are we ever coming out with the Joey B commercial? Is that going to happen?
Right.
You forgot. You teased it up and you forgot.
I did. You know what? I did forget. All right. Yeah. So we'll put a poll up today. We'll see if we can get another. I'll see if I can.
Can we get a VHS clip of this?
Last week we said that it was not
Toys R Us.
It was not a Toys R Us commercial.
Okay.
But as a child actor, what did I possibly appear in? And
I get the feeling it was something really weird, like you were already bald and doing Mr. Clean.
Well, you have to realize I was living in New York at the time. So I grew up in Brooklyn.
Pizzeria?
Just a boy on the streets. Was I potentially Joe Pisapia? Was I a kid extra on the Cosby Show? Very popular program, filmed in New York.
Okay.
Yes or no? Let's put it up there on the Cosby Show. Joey P and Rudy hanging out there. Could that have been? We'll see. Let's get back to your questions, and then we'll see what the people say. Let's go to Victor D'Orazio Cruz. Trade Olave and Akers. Other guy has Madison for CD Lamb. Thanks as always, fellas. Olave
I'll do that
for CD.
Oh, I would do that. I'd do that in a heartbeat.
Timothy Burzio. Trade Deontay Johnson and Sutton for Jefferson.
It depends on your team. Depends on your team.
If you haven't had Deontay Johnson all this time and you're still relevant, and Cortland Sutton's just been okay, that probably means if you're still relevant, you got Puka, you've made some.
You've got other wide receiver depth. So yeah,
in which case you can make this gamble.
Yeah, I don't.
Tommy Lips, ayo,
Tommy Lips,
CMC and Burrow for Mahomes and Kamara.
No.
I think I want the CMC Burrow side.
I want the CMC side. You want CMC?
We're just starting to get Burrow back. Like, what are we trying to do here?
Yeah.
Swift-O-Matic.
Not enough of them to have a craving.
Swift-O-Matic. Mayer, Logan Thomas, or Kincaid rest of season. I think, we haven't done that one. Kincaid? Okay.
Kincaid.
Let's go to Ali. What's your opinion about Brian Robinson? You have an opinion?
RB3. Very scary RB3. Chris Rodriguez working in. No bueno.
Cy Voigt. How high are we valuing Josh Downs? Should I trade Michael Thomas and Romeo Doubs for Downs? I would.
I don't.
Michael Thomas either. Dust.
He's not doing anything. And
anymore.
Doubs is tired to Jordan Love, who has been bad.
Now I know the argument's going to be, well, no Christian Watson. Romeo Doubs is his favorite toy anyway. That's fair, but Downs is more productive.
We've already seen when Dobbs gets to like 12 targets, he catches 5 of them. So
Michael McPherson, Yaramillo, drop 1. Zay Flowers, Jordan Addison, or Chris Olave? Zay Flowers. Jordan Addison or Chris Olave. Why are we dropping any?
Why are we dropping any of those guys? There's got to be somebody else. I say no.
What is this,
you don't drop anybody.
League? What the hell are we doing here?
No.
WH freshman Barstool. Straight.
What are these names, man?
PR trade Waddle and Pacheco for Diggs.
Yes, if you can do it, sure.
J Farm.
You can though.
Oh, by the way, I said at the beginning of the year, I feel like the Bills' window is shut of when they could win a championship. I think it's shut.
I've already
I think
said
I was
it.
right.
I've said it before, and I'll say
I'm
it
not
again.
happy I'm right, but I
Ken
think I'm right.
Dorsey is the biggest fake sharp OC out there.
Ooh, look at that. Throwing shade at Ken Dorsey. Jay Farm. Oh, by the way, we're going to get the results of that poll here on the live stream here on YouTube. If you haven't already, make sure you like the stream. Drop the comments below as well. Let's see if do we have those yet? Oh, we also got another one here. Dak Prescott's middle name. Or I guess Dak Prescott's name, his real name.
Dakota Rain in the Dakota
Rain Dakota Prescott.
Yeah. Did you not know that? I thought that was more customary knowledge. I mean, come on, Joe.
I knew the Dakota part, but I didn't know Rain.
You didn't know that?
Oh, Rayne. Rain Prescott. My God.
Again, why does he not go by Dakota? Like, nobody wants to mess with a guy named Dakota.
All right, so was Joey P an extra on the Cosby Show as a kid? 55% say no. 44% say yes.
I'm going with yes. That's such a random poll. I'm going with a yes. Don't let me down, Joe. Come on, Joey.
You'd be incorrect. It was.
Oh no! This is all just a
Tune
farce.
In for more. Every week, one of these weeks, it's going to be the right one. Could be next week. Next week's Halloween, so maybe that's the special one where we give it away.
Oh, by the way, we should put a poll out there. Maybe what we should be dressing up as at Halloween because you've been no help to me.
Everybody keeps wanting me to be Dr. Evil again, which I'm fine with.
Well, I think that's fine, but I think your problem is you don't want to shave your beard to be Dr. Evil
for Halloween and be you for Halloween, which I think would be funny too. But I don't know for a whole hour if I could be you. Like, that's a lot.
That's a lot for you. I don't know if you can do that. That's a lot for you.
It's a lot. But at least for this amount of time here, we've answered your questions. We've had some fun. We've done all that. John's just digging now on every single quarterback name. Zach Wilson's middle name, Capono.
Oh, I was going to say your mama, but I don't know.
What the hell is that? Capono with a K. That's why he plays the way he does. That's it. Your middle name is Capono. On that note, make sure you drop a comment.
Can we have a middle name challenge on quarterbacks, like a power ranking?
Michael. It's so boring. I want to know what yours is. I'll tell you what. When we find out what the child star Joey P was on TV is when we find out Derek Brown's middle name.
I don't want to share it.
Tune in next Tuesday and also this Thursday for more live streams right here on Fantasy Pros. Make sure you click that bell till it goes ding for notifications so you don't miss any of this amazing content. Why would you want to, for goodness sake? That'll do it for us, but the story of the game goes on. For Derek Brown, I'm Joey P. We'll see you next time, kids.